Hello and welcome to the Bill Murray Comedy Club. Actually, interesting fact, this isn't named after the comedian and film actor Bill Murray. Why? Because he wouldn't give us permission. So, we kind of found a hack and we named it after somebody else. Sir William Murray, the first Earl of Dysart, who is, to my mind, somebody that had the worst job title in the world. He was a whipping boy. You heard me, a whipping boy. In particular, he was the whipping boy to Prince Charles I. So, what's a whipping boy? Prepare yourselves. Back in the 17th century, they believed that royalty was sacred. So it was anointed by God. So if somebody was a prince, they were royal blood and you couldn't hit them. So if you were at school and you misbehaved, you were a prince, a lowly teacher couldn't hit a god. So they used to anoint somebody else to be the whipping boy. So if Prince Charles misbehaved, Sir William Murray got hit. If Prince Charles forgot his homework, William Murray's ass got the reminder. And that is what a whipping boy is. Genuinely true. And not only a job, it was a sought after job because you get land. Like he ended up being the first Earl of Dysart. I suppose Dysart, whatever it is the equivalent of pained arse. I don't know what a dysart actually means. I think you'll find it means a diced arse from so much whipping. And who are today's sacred cows that we should not touch? Billionaires. Don't tax them, don't tax them. They're creating wealth. You've got to leave them alone intact so that they can there's got to be somewhere else where we can get our tax. Who can do without money? Who doesn't need money? You know what? Nurses don't need money because nurses feel so good about themselves because they've got meaning in their life. So income is a whipping boy for wealth. People are allowed wealth, but they're not allowed income. Income is taxed at 20, 30, 40%. If you're a nurse, if you're a teacher, or anybody whose bus fares are going up, while the billionaires are essentially able to buy 2 or 3 lots. That's right, lots and yachts. And just like whipping boys, when we think of that, it sounds mad, doesn't it? That somebody's going to get whipped for somebody else's sins or crimes or misbehaviors. Doesn't it sound mad that you'd hit one child because another child has misbehaved? It's absurd, but at the time it was normalized. And just like billionaires today, they're sacred cows. We've normalized through normalcy bias that we can't touch them. They'd leave. You can't tax wealth. What would they do? It's just untaxable. You can't touch it. There's no way of doing it. And so here we are. Sure, we live in an advanced society. We can fly to Tenerife for holidays. We get warm showers. But still, centuries later, we're bending over for the lashes, paying the consequences of other people's disregard for society. And we're all told that it's for the good of the realm. Still, the whipping boys are the untouchable few. So yeah, the Bill Murray isn't just a comedy club. No, it's the world's first metaphor for hyper-capitalism. But here's the good news, is that metaphors can change. Traditions can change. No longer are there whipping boys. And let's hope that soon, no longer, there'll be financial and tax whipping boys for billionaires. And then we don't have to change the film Groundhog Day to Whipping Boy Day, which would be absolutely disturbing. So let's change it, just so that Whipping Boy Day, nobody has to ever say that name again. Ugh. It's Whipping Boy Day. I think it's a national holiday in Austria, Whipping Boy Day.